and on science and technology. Did you know about the National Science, Technology, Engineering and Innovations Skills Enhancement Project? Yes, it's a project that is being expedited or executed by the Uganda National Council of Science and Technology. It aims to actually employ over 12,000 individuals in this dear country of ours, Uganda, and also retool over 1,500 Ugandans with the requisite science and technology skills that they need to take on this country's innovation projects. We wouldn't have to go into China to tap into their highly skilled experts. We'd have to tap into our locally trained experts. So that's what this project is all about. I have the Executive Director, Uganda National Council for Science and Technology, that is Dr. Patrick Martin-Ongol, and I also do have the project coordinator for the National Science, Technology, Engineering and Innovations Enhancement Project, and that's none other than Anthony Okimat. Both gentlemen join me right now on set. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, let me start with Mr. Anthony Okimat. What is the National Science, Engineering and Innovation Skills Enhancement Project? What is it all about? What is it mainly going to achieve at the end of the day?
Thank you. The National Science, Technology and Engineering Skills Enhancement Project is a project being implemented by the Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation through Uganda National Council for Science and Technology. The project aims at skilling Ugandans by providing them skills, hands-on skills, to take on the infrastructure development projects that the country is undertaking.
Indeed.
If you realize, Uganda is heavily investing in infrastructure development in the areas of roads, energy, etc. But Ugandans participating in these projects is very minimal, or it is at the back end. Now, this project intends to give Ugandans in the categories of craftsmen, technicians, artisans and unemployed youth opportunity to get hands-on training so that they can partake into the development agenda of this country.
All right. Let me also bring in Martin-Ongol Patrick. He is the Executive Director, National Council for Science and Technology. Let's talk about the relevance of this project to the science, innovation and technology sector.
Thank you. The project is actually very relevant to the science, technology and innovation sector.
Indeed.
And first of all, when you are talking about the sector, there is the issue of skills, where the human capital in Uganda is quite low. And then on top of that, our technological base is increasing. The demand for technical and engineering services are increasing. And then on top of that, the facilities and the training requirements are also like getting to relatively higher levels. So this project actually helps a lot in actually bridging the technological gap that we have. And then, of course, one other aspect, of course, is like the linkage between skills, technology, innovation, and the entrepreneurial bit of it has been lacking in the Uganda's science, technology, and innovation ecosystem. So this project tries to like bring in, closing on all those loose gaps and the like, and it will really significantly contribute to the growth of the country.
This is a very expensive project, Dr. Patrick. How is it funded?
The project is funded through a loan that the government of Uganda obtained from the Exim Bank of China, and then also co-funded by the government of Uganda through our normal government of Uganda funding streams. I wouldn't say that it's an expensive project, because actually if you look at it in terms of business terms, the returns that we are going to get out of the project, actually you find out that the cost is quite not all that high. Because I can give an example of one component of the project, which is known as the flexible factory learning model, where youth can come out with a design, a product prototype. There is facility for the youth to incubate and bring that technology or innovation to a commercial level. And this actually can actually lead to creation of a whole new industry, and the return that can come out of those industries are quite significant. And also the project will actually reduce the cost of investments.
All right, let's talk about the outcomes of the National Science, Technology, Engineering and Innovation Skills Enhancement Project, Mr. Okimat Anthony. You see, it aims to enhance the micro. It caught my eye. It caught my attention. The project aims to enhance the micro, small and medium-sized enterprises in import substitution, all right, and
Yes.
export diversification. How exactly does the project intend to do that?
Thank you. Under this project, we intend to do three things. The first aspect of this project is we shall establish what we call the National Science, Technology, Engineering and Innovation Center, which is also referred to as the Institute of Technopreneurship. Now, under that center, we intend to have aspects to do with flexible learning factory model, that the students who come to the center not only just come to learn, but will be able to be taken through processes for production. So we intend to have mini factories under this center where
To offer import substitution.
Yes.
All right.
To offer import substitution to commodities or engineering services that we have been importing as a country. The second aspect of the project is we have what we call the TBIC, Technology Incubation, Innovation Business Incubation Center, where we intend to have workspaces for scientists and innovators who have ideas that need to be polished for commercialization.
Indeed.
Indeed, by so doing, we shall improve the productivity of our scientists, and in so doing, we shall be able to create industry based on science, technology, and innovation to spur the socio-economic development agenda of the country.
Indeed.
The third aspect of this project
This
is
is Vision 2040.
Yes, Vision 2040, NDP3, and the NRM manifesto.
Indeed.
The third aspect of this project is we shall have what we call the technical service company.
The technical service company, yes, I remember that.
Now, under the technical service company, this is where we intend our students to have hands-on practical skills.
Indeed.
We realize over time that most of the training that we have is classroom-based. You go to universities, you go to students are never given an opportunity to have hands-on practice. Now, what the technical service company will be doing is, in addition to having the sustainability aspect of the project, it will also give the learners opportunity to go out there to practice.
So it will increase the employability status of many Ugandans.
Exactly.
All right.
Yes.
Let's also bring in Patrick Ongom. Dr. Martin Ongom. Patrick is the Executive Director at National Council of Science and Technology. Let's talk about how this project is different from the many skilling projects we are having on the ground already.
Yeah, thank you. The project is quite different from the many skilling projects that we have in the country. As I mentioned earlier on, is the technopreneurship bit of the project, where like the students are actually trained on how not just to be highly skilled, but also like to use those skills actually to start up a business. So in the country, you find out that there's that gap between skills and the business aspect. And then, of course, the flexible factory model, where actually the trainees are allowed to incubate their technologies to commercial scale. And then I think the facilities that we have at these centers actually are also like quite advanced and appropriate also at the same time. Like for instance, there are situations where like you can do simulation trials, you can develop your prototypes and the like. So it's like it caters the whole chain from training and then until you achieve the actual practical bit of commercializing your project. And actually it has like 7 majors in metallurgy, civil engineering, electro-pneumatics, industrial technology.
And they nine courses.
Yeah, there are 9 courses.
Yes.
We are starting with
You're starting with
7.
7.
Yeah,
All
and
right.
then leather and textile will later on come.
see.
Yeah, and in the textile, actually, we are looking at a bit of gap, especially in the design process in the textile industry, where Uganda is quite behind.
Dr. Patrick, how do you plan to target the 1,500 individual Ugandans who would want to engage in the National Science, Technology, Engineering and Innovation Skills Enhancement Project? How do you plan to target these individuals? Is it a competition-based thing?
It's going to be a competition-based, but also we are like going to have a quota-based. We want the project to actually have a national approach, whereby each district will be given some quotas of trainees to come. So that is in terms of trainees that probably have completed like O-level, and you know, UNEB is also revising their curriculum in such a way that you can actually do technical subjects. So that's one group that we are targeting. And then we are also like targeting maybe those who have finished higher diploma, and even graduates who really need specific training. And then also we are also expecting like to have like contract training with some of the big state agencies, let's say the National Oil Corporation, Ministry of Works and the like. And then there's also what we are going to do, like the collaboration between the industry and our facilities, especially
the academia.
Yeah, and the academia. Especially what we are planning is that the industry identifies the problem, we bring in the trainees or the personnel, and then the academia brings in this research and cutting edge.
So that's where the biggest problem is, the fact that there was no linkage between the academia and the industry.
Sure.
What we were teaching in the schools was not corresponding with what was needed by the employer.
By the employer,
I
yeah.
hear you.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So let me also bring in Anthony Okima, the project coordinator. How do you intend to actually make sure that you enhance business startups in technology and innovations? How will this project enhance the technological business startups and hubs in this country?
Thank you very much. Just as Dr. Martin has stated, we are providing scientists and engineers with real practical skills, and we shall be doing what we call incubation through our technical technology Innovation and Business Incubation Center. Through that center, we should be able to provide scientists with a wide spectrum of what they need to know in doing business. Scientists have been regarded as not very good in business. So in our center, in addition to providing them the workspaces that they need to develop their products for commercialization, we shall also be providing them technical and business services to run viable enterprises in science, technology, and innovation.
So how long will the civil work take, and how soon should we expect the first enrollment, Dr. Patrick?
The civil works actually has started. We are expecting it to get complete 2 years from now. So like by end of 2023, the civil works should be complete. And at the moment, we are now designing the training curriculum and all those modalities concerned with skilling. So by 2024, we should expect the first enrollment to take off.
All right, Anthony Okuman, how exactly will the 1,000 12,000 actually. How will exactly will the 12,000 jobs be created by this project?
Thank you so much. We have a direct
Direct and indirect.
direct and indirect employment opportunities that this project is going to create. Two, we also have what we have termed as the technical service company, where we shall be using the graduates from this project to undertake or to undertake jobs out there. So we shall be looking out for jobs as UNCST through the technical service company, and the startup businesses that will be created. Those are all jobs that we expect this project will create. Yes.
Go ahead. All right, Dr. Patrick Ongol, before we go, let's talk about what the sustainability plan for this program is.
Yeah, the sustainability plan actually, one is actually from the technical service company. And then also like all the facilities that we are actually having have potential commercial products that can be developed. So we are working on various business models. So we are hoping that from those products that come out, actually there are some returns, and there will be a lot of demand. Actually right now, even as we talk, there are a lot of demand for our services, and we are actually expecting maybe to reach like a level of around 2 to 4 billion in terms of income per year. So the sustainability component is quite strong.
All right, what people do not know is that this project will help us actually alleviate the biggest challenge. We were actually exporting highly skilled labor, meaning getting a highly skilled employee from China is actually too much money. But then if you're going to expand more on the locally trained people, it will actually cut down on the expenditure.
Yeah.
Is that right, Patrick?
Yeah, that's right. And then again, there's something which is happening live at the moment, where like at the immigration, we have like a very long queue of people, especially the youth, looking for jobs abroad. But then this will also like strengthen the local absorption capacity, creating employment, and
eliminating the brain drain.
Sure.
Dr. Patrick Ongol, yes, Martin is the ED, National Council for Science and Technology. Anthony Okimad, it's been a pleasure. He's the project coordinator of this National Science, Technology, Engineering and Innovation Skills Enhancement Project. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming through.
Okay.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Of course, you have something you want to say?
Yeah, just one more is just like the project will be officially launched on the 7th May. That is this Friday, yeah, in Kiruhura district in a place called Rebitete. So probably NTV will be there. We ask the viewers to tune in.
NTV will, of course, be there, and at this opportune moment, NTV would like to take its cameras to Entebbe and talk to our correspondent, Ivan Walunyolo. He has a conversation on the floating vegetation. A very good morning, Ivan Walunyolo. Hazy